I am not a great mountain biker, but I love it. It is fun. And it's one of the things I've been doing for the past year or so to keep my life more adventurous. I love that I'm 50 years old and I still love riding a bike. And I'm really fortunate that I have Michigan's Dragon Trail 5 minutes from my house. So I'm out on that right now. Let me focus in on the view here in the background so you can see. Overlooking Hardy Pond. It's beautiful up here. The trail runs all along Hardy Pond. Eventually we'll surround the entire pond, but they're still building. So there's like 20 miles finished right now. And it is just fun. So I want to encourage you guys to keep your life adventurous, whatever that means to you, whether it's fishing or hunting or some sort of sport or whatever that means to you. Just make a intentional goal of making your life more adventurous. I've done that and I'm super glad that I did. So let's get on with episode 23. Is it 23 already? Yeah, episode 23. Here we go. All right, in case you're wondering about the countertop for the island, the epoxy dried. I sanded the entire thing with 220 grit on my disc sander, and then I top coated it with the Stonecoat top coat, and it has that's what it is right there. It's a 2-to-1 ratio epoxy, and it has a satin sheen to it, and it turned out really beautiful. It has a really nice natural sheen to it. Honestly, I'm really happy with it. I don't know if I could be happier with it. If I could be happier, it would only be because I went a little more subtle with the marbling. But actually, this is really growing on me. So all I have to do now is, once that's dry, I need to flip it upside down, sand all of these drips off the bottom edge, and then I'll put a coat of that top coat under here just to seal it good. And then it can go on the island. So let me show you what I did with the island. So here is what the island currently looks like. Those pieces of 2x4 on the bottom will come out and it'll go right on the ground. But what I did is I sanded the whole thing down, and then I painted it with a paint that I got to match the furniture that we got from my friend / client. It's called Black Forest Green. It's such a dark green that my wife thought it was black. So I painted it, and then I sanded the whole thing down again with my orbital sander. So I ended up with some distressing in places like that and other places, just like the other furniture has. But since that distressing was such a light colored fresh pine, I stained the entire thing with Minwax Provincial is the name, stain, and then let that dry. Actually wiped it off and then let that dry. So that's what she looks like right now. I love the distressing. I used the same technique I used to use on, a lot of my antique style signs when I was in that business. It just has a really cool look to it. And I made some doors. I'll show you those. I don't have them on yet, obviously. But it's gonna look so nice with that marble top on it. Oops, looks like I got the doors covered here. Let me show you what they look like. Let me move this giant piece of foam. So that's what the doors look like. Just vertical rough sawn. And then I got some hardware. I got some hinges and hardware for them. Can't wait to get it all together. Let me show you what else is new. The power company was here and hooked us up with power. We actually have a meter with power running to it. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I plugged it in just to make sure. I plugged a light in just to make sure it worked, and it does. So the power company finally came through for us. So we got underground power that goes from the meter all the way down the driveway. At the end of the driveway, we have a transformer. Hang on, let me show you. So what's nice is they ran my power underground all the way along the edge of the driveway right here, all along this right side. And at the end of the driveway, we have this box that's just the right color to blend in pretty good once things grow around it. Although they did damage my little cedar tree. Oh well. And then the power runs from the transformer all the way down this path underground until it gets to this new utility pole that they put in down there on the property line. So down there, we got a brand new utility pole that is on the property line between our house and my daughter's house. What's funny is that the power company called me last, oh, that sounds bright. Power company called me last last Thursday. I had last Friday off from guiding. That's one reason why you're not seeing a ton of videos right now, because I'm pretty much guiding every day for the next couple months. But the power company called me last Thursday and they said, we have you scheduled for October 26th. October 26th, we're gonna show up and give you power. Friday morning, the very next day, 5 power trucks showed up to hook us up with power. So that was a pleasant surprise. I don't know what's up with their scheduling, but maybe it was a mix-up, but I'll take it. And one thing the guy told me, he's like, if you would have gone with all above ground power, we wouldn't be getting to you not even close to this fast, because he said they couldn't get the cans that they do on the transformers, something like that. He said you'd be waiting another 6 months. Here's one other thing that's new. I got the rest of the siding. Look at all that. I'll show you. Beautiful pile of lumber. I wish you could smell it because it smells so good. 1x12s, 10 foot long, rough sawn pine, enough to do the whole house right there. Well, that and the pile I have over there already will be enough to do the house. I still have to get the battens, but I can do that down the road. Pretty exciting.